Hello everyone, welcome to Ian's Bricks. As you can see, it's Lego haul time yet again. I've been spending far too much money on Lego, as I always do, but this time of year is such a good time of year. I always find the period up to Black Friday, sort of really from the end of September through October into November, early November, is a very, very good time of year to be finding really good Lego deals, discounts, special offers, gifts with purchase, that kind of thing. So, and also we know that most of the sets, a lot of sets now, are obviously retiring at the end of the year, so I'm trying to stock up on those before they disappear completely. So I've got loads of stuff, as you can see. I've got some big boxes from John Lewis. These are all from lego.com. I think I've got some Bricklink stuff in there as well. I've also got a couple of Amazon things and also something from House of Fraser. So House of Fraser, if you don't know, is sort of a department store here in the UK, part of a larger group called the Fraser Group, and they have things like Game. Game had some very good discounts recently. So I've got something directly from Fraser Group, and that is that box there. So let's get into it. I'm going to start probably with the biggest box, which is that one there from John Lewis first of all. First big box then is this, which is from John Lewis. And they are a department store chain here in the UK. There is a department store actually in Southampton, but I don't go in there very often because the Lego selection tends to be quite poor, and also they don't look after sets on shelves very well there. They tend not to have too many discounts, but they've had a few discounts recently, and there's a couple of good things, so I decided to stock up on a few things. Right, I'm going to put the box down here just because otherwise I'm never going to be able to get into the box. We've got bubbles out the way first. So the first set that we have is this one here, and this is Tales of the Space Age, and it's an idea set. It is retiring at the end of the year. I bought a few of these as the year has gone on. Set number 21340. These are normally £45, I think, recommended retail. They had 30% off, worked out at about £34. Not the best discount in the world, but it wasn't bad. What I did also do as well is I used some of my perks at work points as well for this particular order. So I did reduce my order a little bit more by using some of that as well. I can't remember exactly how much my buy-in price for all of this was, but I did manage to get a little bit more off as well by using that. But there's three other big sets in here, or fairly big sets. First of which is this. And it's the Taj Mahal, another set that's retiring, set number 21056. To be fair, the box itself is okay, but if you can maybe see on the light there's quite a bit of scuffing and marks and things like that on the box. So it's probably not been the best looked after. But 21056 is the set number. This is normally £105. I think it was down to about 84. So again, around about 30% off for this one. Yeah, there's definitely a few marks on there. There's a sort of bit of, you can see just in the light there's a bit of mark on there. So not the greatest, but not too bad. I've seen a lot worse. I've also got myself another one of these, and that is an office set. Again, another set retiring, normally 105, again down to around about £84, 21336. I think when I ordered this a couple of weeks ago now, these are now out of stock, so I don't think you can get these from John Lewis anymore. So I'm pleased I got myself another one of those at a discounted rate. And there's one final big set in here, and that is the Holiday Main Street. 10308 is the set number, and this I think is normally £90, and it was down to about 67, I'd like to say, and I think these are still available at the moment. I know when I went to the recent Bristol Lego store opening in Cribbs Causeway near Bristol, there was a big John Lewis in there, and I had a look and had loads of these on the shelves within the toy department within John Lewis, but they're all battered. They had these security tags over that had sort of eaten into the boxes, and so I didn't really want to buy any more from the store, knowing I'd ordered this one as well. So nice to get those four sets there. So that's the first big box. That's nice and empty now, as you can see. We got another big box from John Lewis, and that is this one here. And if I can find my knife, let's get into it, and I'll be able to show you what this is. Right, so it's another very, very big set, this one. I think I'm going to pull it out of the box that way. Oh, goodness me, I'll just pop it straight on the table. because it's another Mos Eisley Cantina. So again, I ordered this while this was still in stock in John Lewis, and again I think these have actually gone out of stock since I placed this order. Again, there was around about 30% off, 25%, 30% off. They're normally £345 in the UK, and I got it for around about 258, 260, something like that. So yeah, I've talked about this set before. I bought a few of these from John Lewis over the last month or so, and I just sort of was happy to get another one because I think this could do very, very well in a year or two's time after things have sort of calmed down, after everybody, whoever's, you get a lot of resellers that buy these sets and sell them on pretty much straight away just before the Christmas run. I like to hang on to mine a little bit longer. So some decent sets there from John Lewis. I'm going to move everything to one side just so I've got some more room to open a few more boxes. Okay, Mos Eisley's there, all the other sets are there, but in front of those I've got another box, and this is the box or the order I got from Frasers. So I ordered this quite a few weeks ago, and it was the same time there was some crazy deals at Game. So Game and Frasers are part of the same group. Some of the deals went over to Frasers as well, so I did place an order, but it seemed to take ages to come. I ended up having to send them an email because it had been well over a week and a half, and I'd heard nothing from them. Said the order was placed, and I heard no further information. Anyway, I sent them an email. Suddenly I started getting emails coming through saying my order's been dispatched, and it did eventually arrive, and eventually they got back to me and said to my complaint, not complaint, but to my email, sort of chasing it up, and it was basically saying yes, it's been delivered now. So yeah, we did eventually get there. I have since placed another order with Frasers, and again it seems to be taking quite a while to come, so that must be something that's fairly usual with Frasers. I'm going to pop this on the floor, but there were some really good deals, and generally on sets which weren't retiring, but I didn't mind that too much. So we first of all have this set here. So this is an Animal Crossing set, 77050. This is Nook's Cranny and Rosie's House. These are normally £64, and they were literally half price, so that made it £32. I picked up a few of these recently from, I think it was John Lewis. I know I got an extra one of those, so I don't think I've got an extra one this time because I definitely did order 2 of those. So yeah, I've got quite a few of these now. They're not retiring this year, but maybe they'll retire next year. If not, I'll figure something else to do out with them, because I have actually bought and built one of these already. So 2 of those, £32 each. And then the third one is one that I haven't got, and it's one that I will be opening because I want to get all the minifigures out of this. But this is 77052, another Animal Crossing set, KK's Concert at the Plaza. This set has 3 minifigures, and I think it normally retails at £70, but again it was half price. I'm not too bothered about the box on this one. There's a couple of little marks on it, but I will be opening this, building this, and taking the minifigures out for my own little collection of Animal Crossing. So nice to get one of those, and nice to get it at reduced as well, because you see some of these bigger sets and you're paying a lot of money basically for the 3 figures that it comes in, so it's sort of nice to at least get that half price. I think Frasers do charge you for post and packing, so all of that there cost me £5, I think, to get posted. So you basically add in around about £1.60-ish onto each set to cover the cost of the post and packing, but I still think that was a very, very good price for some sets. I'm always, you know, there's always some sets that I actually like to get that are half price. If I see half price on anything, I'm not always straight in there. If it's something like Ninjago or maybe Lego Friends, I wouldn't go for it, but I do actually quite like this Animal Crossing theme, and I think it could do quite well in the long run. So this is why I've been buying quite a few, and you don't see a lot of resellers with these on their tables either. So again, I'm going for sort of different sets that other people maybe don't have an awful lot of. Right, that is all of the big boxes out of the way. Let's start getting into some things from Lego.com, and this is still a fairly big box. We've got the pull tabs on this one. Let's get into it. Okay, so we've got some unusual sets for me to buy from Lego.com, but I've gone for this. And this is an Indiana Jones set, and it's set number 77013, Escape from the Lost Tomb. These normally retail at £35. Now, About a year ago, these were in Sainsbury's supermarkets and they were heavily discounted. I'm sure I picked one up for around about £20 and I've sold it on since then. But really the last 6 months or so, these have been reduced. They're in quite a few stores and different locations, and I just, or certainly on Amazon as well, and they're just very, very rarely been reduced. I think I got a couple from Amazon France a couple of months ago for a bit of a reduction, but certainly here in the UK I've struggled to find these at a discounted rate. I quite like these Indiana Jones sets. There's only 3 of them and they're all retiring this year. So yes, I did buy these from Lego.com, but the reason I bought them from Lego.com is because there were some special offers at the time. So I not only got one, I got 2 of those. And I got 3 of those. What I did do though is I used £20 worth of my insider points to reduce the price of my order for this particular order, because I don't really like paying full price for Lego, and especially for sets which have previously been reduced in price elsewhere. So I did take did I take £20? I think it was 15 for this. I basically took a £5 off each of these to make them £30. I know not much of a discount, but it's something. I also got this set here. This is the carousel, the merry-go-round, set number 40714. These are normally 20, I'd like to say maybe £22, £24 in the UK. They reduced them down to about 17 something, then they've reduced them again on Lego.com. So I don't think this has been a particularly good seller. I actually quite like this set and I built this myself. And I think again in the long run this could maybe do okay. But yeah, they were reduced down to 40% off. So I got one of those. The reason I got that was because I needed to make my order over £120. So I could get this. And this is the gift with purchase that was available at the time, and this is the Books Are My Passion. 40698 is the set number. Nice little gift with purchase. This has done very, very well on the aftermarket. I sold one of these at Portsmouth Brick Festival at the weekend, and I sold it for £45. So yeah, these have been doing very, very good things on eBay and things like that. So they're a nice little gift with purchase to get. So pleased that I was able to get one with this order. So yes, my buy-in was quite high for these particular sets here, but if you think I'm getting a £45, £40 to £45 set here that I can sell on, plus there was insider points on that order as well, which gives me another 5% off, and there was some cashback probably in there as well. So yeah, it does sort of reduce the overall sort of hit really, so you're not sort of paying too much for some of these Lego sets. Let's get into another Lego box. I'm probably going to have to create a bit more space behind me first. Another box from Lego.com then. Let's get these tabs off. Right, so we have another order from Lego.com, which does mean when I ordered this, I got another one of these, another one of the Books Are My Passion promo. So there was that. So I spent over £120 on that order. And what did I get? So I got myself one of these, and this is the only one of these that I've got, and they are now out of stock on Lego.com, I think, and they've gone a long time ago. I think it was Smith's Toys that had these. It's the Wolverine, what is that? What does that say? I can't even read that. Adamantus, is that? Adamantium? Adamantus. Adamantium. Whatever. It's the Wolverine Claw. Why do they come up with these silly names for these things? Anyway, 76250. I'm going to be singing Adamant songs in my head now for the rest of the day. These were £65 each, which I think is very expensive for this. I don't think there's a lot to it. Not particularly visually appealing, but I say they have now sold out on Lego.com, so this could be a bit of a winner. And I managed to use £20 worth of my insider points. I had quite a lot of insider points to use up that I'd been saving up for quite a while. So yes, I'd used £15 on a previous order. I used £20 on this order, and that reduced that in price to a more reasonable level. Let's hope so. But yeah, that is the only one of those that I've got, and it probably will be the only one that I ever do get, because they're pretty much impossible to get hold of now, especially here in the UK. I also got a couple of other sets which were reduced, and it's this set here. And this is a Harry Potter set. It's the Tri-Wizard Tournament Black Lake. 76420 is the set number. I think these were £40 recommended retail. Lego have had these on for quite a while now, for at least about 3 or 4 weeks, down to £27.99, which is a much better price. You can get these elsewhere in the UK, like Amazon and things like that. the fact it's still available at £28 is slightly worrying, the fact that maybe people aren't that interested in this set, but I quite like it. You get some decent figures with this, and I think it could do okay in a couple of years' time. I got 2 of those, and that made my whole order over £120, and that meant I was able to get the free gift. But there's something else in here as well, which I've just spotted, and I'd forgotten I'd ordered this. I seem to have a piece of tissue paper in here, but we have this here. And it's a little Star Wars thing. Now let me see if I can get into it without completely destroying the box. Right, let's just tip that out. So the box is fairly nondescript, just sort of says Star Wars on the front. Let's just say what it is. It's a magnet and a stand. And you get these by using some of your insider points. And they've done a few magnets recently, Lego. And I did take them to a few fairs, and they haven't gone particularly well. But it's this one here, and it's the Star Wars 25th anniversary magnet here. Let me just take all the bits of paper off so you can see it properly. There we go. So that is the actual thing. It's sort of the logo that they'd used before. I think they did some kind of a coin, didn't they, earlier in the year with this? But it's the 25th anniversary of, what is it? Lego Star Wars, that was it. So 25 years since they've been doing Star Wars in Lego. On the back of the magnet is that. You also get a sort of a thing here which is sort of shaped the same shape as that, and that just goes on the back and obviously fits on like a magnet, so you can attach that to something, and you've got a couple of little spikes that stick out the bottom, and then you attach that to the stand, which has also got Star Wars written on it. I think this was 2,200 insider points, and you can still get these. So if you haven't ordered yourself one, and you've got some points, you can use that, and you basically have to use your insider points. You sort of redeem your code, and then when you place an order with Lego.com, you can then redeem the code when you go to the checkout, and you will get sent this in whichever order you order it with. So these are quite nice things. A lot of people don't realise these things exist. And they do tend to sell quite well on the secondary market. So yeah, pleased to get myself one of those. I'm going to put everything back in its box and a little bit later on. But let's get into another box and see what we've got inside that. Next box then, this is also from Lego.com. Right, okay, this looks a bit ominous. Let's get it out of the box and show you. It's the ominous aisle. It's the Bricklink set I was talking about. Set number 910038. So if you don't know about Bricklink sets, this is a program that they've been doing for a while now, but they've sort of really just started to increase the number of sets that you can get. And you have to almost pre-order these sets, and they get made, and then 6 months later you get them. So they take a while to come through from when you order them. I was 50-50 on the fence whether to get one of these sets. I thought it was okay, but I thought there'd been maybe better sets out there. I can't remember the buying price for this. I'll put it along the bottom here, but it's not bad. I did only order one of these. You could have ordered 2, but I'd ordered quite a few of these, and I'm not quite sure how these are going. They're not going as well as I'd hoped for on the secondary market, so that's why I just ordered one. It's still quite a nice set. You get all sorts of little pieces with it. I do like the sort of the big skull here in the middle. It's all very cleverly done, and it does look quite a nice set, to be fair. You can sort of mix and match it and put all the pieces in different locations, so you don't have to have the layout that they put on the front of the box. So yeah, nice set this. Pleased to get one of these. I didn't want to buy too many, and I know when I go to fairs and things, quite a lot of people have bought these and they take them to fairs, and they do take a while to shift because not a lot of people know about these Bricklink designer program sets. They're not aware of what they are, how they work, and things like that. So they do, some of them sell reasonably well, but they can, as I say, just take a little bit longer to shift than maybe some of the other Lego sets that are around. So again, I think the idea with that particular set is I'll hang on to that for maybe a year or so once a lot of other resellers have sold theirs, and I will probably try and sell that on then. So next thing is another Lego box. Those tabs came off fairly easily this time. They can be a bit of a nightmare sometimes. And it's the rest of my Bricklink order, and this is probably the one I think I like the most out of all of this series, and it's this one here, and it's the Mushroom House 910037. Really like the look of this. Out of all of the Bricklink sets, I'm really tempted to build this. I mean, it looks really nice. Look at the back there, you can get inside. There's lots of sort of play features with it. Yeah, I just like this. I think this was about 60-ish pounds, but I know these have been selling at Brick Fair, maybe 70. I think it was 69.99, but they've been selling at Brick Fairs and festivals for almost double, pretty much double. Some people can get for them. So yeah, this could do potentially quite well. Again, I might hang on to this for a little while and see how this does. But yeah, this is a really nice little set. And the guy that designed this, Jonas Cram, there, I think his name is, he's designed another set as well, which is in a later series. So he's obviously quite a good designer. He can design some really good stuff, and I think this is a great little set. So you could order 2 of these, and I did order 2. That's the first one. There's the second one. There we go. So 2 of those, both boxes, perfect condition, brilliant stuff. I know I had a little bit of an issue with an earlier order where it was a larger set. The train station, I think it was, and it came a little bit damaged, which is a bit disappointing, but that is okay. Right, we've got 3 more boxes left still after all of that. Let's get into this one, which is from Amazon. Ah, mon Dieu! This is from Amazon France, and the reason I know this is because I remember placing the order. And this is the 10314. This is the dried flower centerpiece from the Botanical Collection. So this is a set that I actually quite like. I find that botanical sets do very well at shows. No offence, but a lot of ladies do like these. It tends to be women and ladies that go for these rather than the gentlemen. But yeah, they're very, very nice. I'm not quite sure about this one because it's slightly more sort of autumnal looking, so maybe it would limit sort of the displayability for this. But the reason I got this, because these are normally £45 here in the UK. You have been able to get them reduced in various places, but I'd not seen them reduced for a while when I bought this. And Amazon France had them, and it was basically ordered 2, and my buy-in price was just under £25 each, so just under £50 for 2 of them, and that was, I thought, was a very, very good price. Interestingly, I think they've had some similar deals here in the UK over the past couple of days, which I managed to pick up some more, but for now, these are the 2 that I got from France. They're quite narrow boxes, aren't they, these ones, but I do like these sets. I do like a lot of the botanical sets, and this is retiring at the end of the year, so to get 2 of these I think is a pretty good price, pretty good deal, and at that price as well. Seems to be a bit of a mark on there. I'll have to have a look at that. Someone's left a sticky finger mark on there. So merci Amazon France, and yeah, that sort of goes to my goes to another one of my sets that I'm pretty much trying to get a few more of before they retire, because I think they will do quite well once they've retired after a year or 2. So good to get those at nearly half price, not quite, but nearly half price. Next then, John Lewis. Pull the tab, let's see what's inside. Right, so we have 2 more of these. So again, I was getting to the point where I wanted to get some of these indie sets. They just weren't going down in price at all. So I sort of almost thought, you know what, I want to get some before they disappear. I'm just going to buy them wherever I can. So what I did, as I said, I'd used some of my Perks in Work points before. So if I order from John Lewis, Argos, things like Tesco, do my shopping at Aldi, things like that, I can buy gift card vouchers, and then when I buy those vouchers, they get turned into points, and after about a week those points mature, and I can spend those on things when I'm placing further orders for gift cards. So these are normally £35. Let me just have a check and see how much I actually paid for these 2 particular sets. So I've just checked, and my buying price for these were £45 for the 2 of them. So I used £15 worth of my sort of vouchers, works vouchers, to get these. 77012, the Fighter Plane Chase. I actually don't have any of these, and these are another set, like the other Indiana Jones set, which were vastly reduced. About a year ago you could get these almost half price, but recently they've literally everywhere they've been £30. So again, I didn't have any of these. I wanted to get some, and I used whatever means I could to get these slightly discounted. So yeah, my buy-in price for this was reduced by £7.50, so they were £23.50 each, which isn't too bad, but I quite like this set. And what I like about this is, if you remember, I think it was was it the first, is it Raiders of the Lost Ark, this one? I can't remember. Anyway, it's... is it the Raiders? No, it's the one with Sean Connery, isn't it? The last one, the third one that they did. Say the last one, the last good one. And this is the one where they have a fighter plane and they get to the tunnel, and then the fighter plane goes through the tunnel, and apparently the wings on the side of the plane do come off, so you don't get a tunnel with it, but the wings, the side of the plane comes off. And the fun part of the film was the car was going through the tunnel and the plane sort of passed him. Yeah, it was quite an interesting film, so I like how they've recreated that, but shame you don't sort of get a tunnel. I suppose you could create your own tunnel with other Lego pieces that you've got. So yeah, I got 2 of those, and again, I hadn't got any of those, so it's a good opportunity for me to try and get some, and I have tried to order a few more from a few other places. They are still relatively widely available, but I think John Lewis have now maybe sold out of these. I know they're gone from lego.com certainly, or had last time I looked, so they are starting to get slightly more difficult to get hold of. We have one final box, and this is from Amazon, and I can't remember what's in here, so let's get it open. Okay, so I've got some more of these now. Straight away I've noticed, boo, you've got a bit of denting on that one. That's slightly annoying, a little bit naughty from Amazon, but hey ho, it's dashy towards the back of the box, but still I don't like to get them when they're dented like that. Interestingly, the other one that's on top is fine. So you can see I got a little bit panicky because I'd not got any of these, and I thought, oh, I need to get some. So I ended up buying 4 more from Amazon. And again, these were normally £30. I'll just take my buying price for these because I can't remember what I paid for these now. Just checked on my phone, and my buying price for all 4 of these was £94.28. I think I had some Amazon gift card from somewhere that I managed to cash in. I think I had some Quidco or some Top Cashback Mature, so I used it to take some money off that. So £23.57 each for these ones, similar-ish price to the other ones that I got from John Lewis. So yeah, not a fantastic discount, but for a £30 set, which I think should do quite well. And bear in mind, I hadn't picked any of these up at all prior to this, so now I've got 6 of them. So one slightly damaged box. Very annoying that that's happened, to be quite honest. It's not that one. Which one is it? Let's have a quick look. Is that one? Oh, there it is. That one there. Yeah, it's that one there with a slightly squished box. Everything else in this haul is absolutely perfect, so to get one slightly damaged box out of the whole thing, I think isn't a bad thing. Yeah, I think one of the other boxes was slightly scuffed at the front, but certainly no sort of squishing damage. But yeah, that's not too bad at all. Right, let's get everything in one big shot so you can see everything I bought today. There we have it. That is everything. So quite a lot of stuff I bought this time. Rather a lot of Indiana Jones stuff, as you can see. And again, I wanted to get those because the deals and discounts just weren't forthcoming. So I just thought, you know, I'm going to use some of my voucher things and voucher codes, get those reduced a little bit because I did want to get some of those. Some of the sets I'd bought before, like Mos Eisley, like the Taj Mahal, things like the Office and the dried flower thing. So quite a few things that I bought previously. But I think all in all I've got some pretty good deals there. Even managed to get a few gifts with purchase as well from lego.com, which are always welcome, and they're quite decent, those books on my passion sets. Oh, and I will of course be building the Animal Crossing set, this one here, so I will at least be building something from this Lego haul. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now. I hope you enjoyed this haul. Quite a few savings in there, and there's some more savings, some more hauls coming up soon. I've been ordering more stuff over the past week or so. That's sort of on its way, so keep an eye out for that as and when that materialises. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to all the people that like, comment and have already subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because it's much appreciated. It just helps out my channel. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Take care. Until next time, we'll see you then. Bye for now.